This is TWiT.
The FTC filed a claim today that says T-Mobile has been hiding charges in phone bills for premium third-party texting services that weren't authorized by its customers. In a statement about the matter, the FTC says that T-Mobile has made hundreds of millions of dollars through these charges. So the premium texting fees that they covered services that sent users messages such as horoscopes, celebrity gossip, flirting tips. This is all according to the FTC, and that the services cost $9.99 per month, but that T-Mobile charged customers for them even after it was determined that the charges were fraudulent. Then T-Mobile would apparently keep about 40% of the charge, and the rest would go to that texting service in a practice called cramming. In a phone conference, the FTC says it hopes its lawsuit forces T-Mobile to pay customers back for these fraudulent charges and push a ban on bill cramming throughout the industry. T-Mobile is not the first to be accused of this. The FTC isn't seeking a fine in this case, but a separate investigation by the FCC could result in a fine for T-Mobile. Google has purchased Songza, the music app that sets up human-curated playlists based on moods and activities. Terms have not been officially disclosed, but earlier this month, the New York Post reported that the deal could be worth about $15 million. Songza won't be shutting down, though, at least not yet. Its team will be joining Google in New York City and helping with contextual recommendation features for Google Play and possibly even YouTube down the road. The National Security Agency has been authorized to intercept information concerning all but 4 countries, according to top-secret documents leaked by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden. Now, the 4 countries, Britain, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, have a broad no-spying arrangement with the U.S. The group is known collectively as the Five Eyes. But a classified 2010 legal certification shows that the NSA has been given more authority than it was previously known, which allows it to intercept through U.S. companies, not just communications of its overseas targets, but communications about its targets. That's quite a bit more. Now, the NSA isn't necessarily targeting all of the countries or organizations identified in the certification, the affidavits and an accompanying exhibit, but it has been given the authority to do so. Civil liberties advocates say because of the wide spectrum of people who might be engaged in communication about foreign governments and entities and whose communications might be of interest to the U.S., the privacy implications are clearly troubling. Today, Recode published a screenshot from Twitter that showed a set of items from a shopping app called Fancy that also include Buy Now buttons. So back in January, Recode also discovered a mock-up online. It was created by the same company, Fancy, that a source said was used to pitch Twitter on what an e-commerce partnership might look like. The Buy Now buttons that were shown today surfaced in Twitter's mobile app. They weren't functional, though, meaning if you tapped on them, didn't do anything, you weren't able to buy these items. So, is Twitter shopping finally right around the corner? Well, back in May, the company announced a deal that lets Amazon shoppers add a product to their online shopping cart via a tweet, but that doesn't allow a user to pay for a product directly from the tweet. So what does it all mean? Neither company is commenting on this latest development. Last December, Microsoft promised to expand its use of encryption for cloud services to protect them from criminals and hackers and governments also. Today, though, the company says both inbound and outbound mail on the Outlook.com service will use TLS encryption when sending and receiving from servers that also support TLS. Microsoft says it's worked with other email providers, including Deutsche Telekom, Yandex, and Mail.ru, to ensure mail sent to and from these providers is encrypted while it's in transit. Outlook.com and OneDrive have also been updated to use Perfect Forward Security, or PFS. In PFS, the keys used for each connection are randomly generated on a per-session basis, which then protects against bulk data collection.